Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to draw some flowers for spring. To do this project you're going to need a piece of paper, crayons for coloring, and something to draw and write with. Let's get started. To draw flowers you're going to start by holding your paper the long way, and I'm going to come to the bottom of my page and I'm going to make kind of smile shapes going all the way across the bottom of the page. This is going to be my grass. So I start with a smile shape, and another one that's connected, another one that's connected, and again I keep doing this all the way across to the other side of the page. Because this is grass, if you want to make your grass a different way, you can feel free to do that. Next, I'm going to come right above the grass, and I'm going to be making 3 flowers. If you want to make more, that's fine, but since I'm making 3, I'm going to draw the stems now. Now the stems, I'm only going to bring up about to the middle of the paper because I want to save some room for the actual flowers. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to make a straight line comes up, and right next to it another straight line that comes up. I'm going to leave a little bit of space. I'm going to do the same thing again, only this time I think I'm going to make my stem bend to the side a little bit. So I'm going to come up and over to the side, up and over to the side. And again, if you want to make the stem straight or if you want to make them all curved, that's up to you. This next one I'm going to make curved to the other way. So I start with a straight line up, then bend to the side, and another straight line up and bend to the side. Now I'm going to stop there because I want to save some room for the flowers, as I said before. But before I add the flowers, I'm going to add some leaves to the stem. So if you turn your paper just slightly, the way to make the leaves is to make a flattened rainbow line and then a kind of flattened smile line. I'm going to turn my paper this way and do the same thing. Kind of a flattened rainbow line and a flattened smile line that are connected. They end up looking like football shapes. I'm going to continue. A rainbow line, smile line, same thing on the other side, and you want to continue this on all of your flowers. This one I'm actually going to make big, so it's going to disappear behind this one and then come back. I'm also going to add some lines inside of each leaf. That just gives it a little more detail. Now again, if you want to add more leaves, that's up to you. You can make this however you'd like, or you can just do what I'm doing. Now I'm going to come to my flowers, and I'm going to make 3 different types of flowers. I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to make a big U shape. And my U shape is actually going to touch the top of my stem. If you make it and it doesn't quite touch, just draw the lines up a little bit more to make them touch. So again, I'm going to start with a nice big sized U. And then I'm going to make a zigzag line going all the way across to the other side. So I start on one side and do a zigzag line all the way across. So I have my first flower. I'm going to come to my next flower, and I'm going to start with another U shape. And this one you're actually going to see how I connect the stem, because it's not really going to connect because I made this one off to the side, so I'm just going to connect it by finishing off the lines. So I start with another U shape, and I'm going to make a flattened smile line going across. Then I'm going to come back to the beginning, and I'm going to make a rainbow line across. I'm going to come to the point where all those lines began, and I'm going to make a slanted line that comes across the flower and over. Then I'm going to come inside of the flower in this football shape that I have up here, and I'm going to make a spiral line that curves out and around. So I start in tiny, curve around and around, just like that. And again, I'm going to connect my stem just by extending the line. So I extend that one up and this one up as well so that it's connected to my flower. For my last flower, I'm going to leave a little bit of space between the stem and the first part that I draw, which is going to be a circle. So here's my circle. And you see I left that space. And next I'm going to do thin, tall rainbow lines all the way across. In fact, they're not even that thin. Mine are actually kind of wide, but they come up and over just like that. So it's not really a wide rainbow like we saw when we did this shape or when we did the leaves. So watch, I start at the top, I come up and over. And now you can see how my rainbow line isn't as thick or isn't as wide as the other ones. And I'm going to continue this all the way around. If you need to turn the paper, that's fine. But I'm going to do this rainbow all the way around. And I'm also going to make some circles inside that first circle that I made. So these are going to be a lot smaller. And I'm going to start on the edge and go all the way around. Then I make that next row inside. Again, just small circles. And now I have my flowers, but let's color them in now. Now that we've colored in our picture, and you'll see I used a lot of bright colors that remind me of spring, and I even did some blending with different colors to really make my flowers pop. But now that we've colored in our pictures, let's go over some trick words. Remember, trick words, sight words, or know by heart words are words that you can't necessarily sound out, you have to memorize them. Let's get started with our first word. Do you know this word? This word is to. Read it with me. To. Let's spell it T-O-O, and the word is to. Here's our next word. This word is help. Read it with me. Help. Let's spell it H-E-L-P. And the word is help. Our next word is me. Read it with me. Me. Let's spell it M-E, and the word is me. Our next word is can. Read it with me. Can. Let's spell it C-A-N. And the word is can. Our next word is you. Read it with me. You. Let's spell it Y-O-U. And the word is you. Our next word is like. Read it with me. Like. Let's spell it L-I-K-E. And the word is like. Our next word is the. Read it with me. The. Let's spell it T-H-E. And the word is the. Our next word is yes. Read it with me. Yes. Let's spell it Y-E-S. And the word is yes. Our last word is I. Read it with me. I. Let's spell it. Uppercase I, and the word is I. Now that we've gone over our words, let's get ready to write. We're going to write a few different sentences today, so let's get started. My first sentence is going to be, can you help me pick the flowers? Let's count the words in that sentence. Can you help me pick the flowers? That's 7 words. We're going to start at the top and the left. And our first word is can. Do you remember how to spell the word can? Start at the top and the left with an uppercase letter. I write a C, A, N. The rest are lowercase. And the word is can. Let's read what we have. Can you? Do you remember how to spell the word you? Add a finger space and write Y-O-U, the word you. Fingers ready to read again. Can you help? Do you remember how to spell the word help? Add a finger space and write H-E-L-P, help. Let's read again. Can you help me? Do you remember how to spell the word me? Add a finger space and write M-E, me. Let's read again. Can you help me pick? Pick is not a trick word, but it is a word that we can sound out. Watch me say the sounds in pick. P-I-K. Pick. I'm running out of room, so I'm going down to the next line and starting again at the left. And I'm going to tap out the sounds in pick again. P. That first sound P that I hear is the letter P. I. Do you know what letter makes the I sound? If you said I, you're correct. P, I, K. Do you know what letters make the K sound? At the end of words, K is often a digraph of C, K. Now I have all of my sounds, P, I, K, and I have the word pick. Let's go back to the beginning and read. Can you help me pick the? Do you remember how to spell the word the? Add a finger space and write T, H, E, the. Fingers ready to read. Can you help me pick the flowers? Flowers was not a trick word, but it is a word that you can try to sound out. If you think you're ready to do that, you can pause the video and sound out the word flower now, or you can write it if you already know it. But if you're still having a little difficulty because it's such a big word, I have my label for the flowers I drew, and I'm going to copy that word into my writing. Don't forget to add a finger space. And now I have the word flowers. Let's get our fingers ready to read. Can you help me pick the flowers? That's the end of our first sentence. Do you know what kind of punctuation I need? If If you said a question mark, you're correct. We're asking a question, can you help me pick the flowers? So we need a question mark to stop that sentence. Let's read our sentence again. Can you help me pick the flowers? I would love to help somebody pick flowers, so I'm going to write the word yes. This is a really short sentence, but it answers this question. Now, yes was not a trick word, but it is a word that we can sound out. Watch me say the sounds in yes. Y, s. Yes. I'm going to start right after my question mark. I leave a little bit of a finger space. And I need to start with an uppercase letter because this is a new sentence. First sound again in yes is y. Do you know what letter makes the y sound? If you said Y, you're correct. Let's say those sounds again. Y, e. Do you know what letter makes the e sound? It's the letter E. Let's say those sounds again. Y, e, s. Do you know what letter makes the s sound? It's the letter S. Now I have all my sounds together, y, s, and I have the word yes. Now I'm going to stop this sentence. It's not really long. It's a one-word sentence. And I'm so excited to be picking flowers that I'm going to stop this sentence with an exclamation mark. We use exclamation marks when we're very excited. I can tell you now, I'm very excited for spring. So I would be happy to be picking flowers. So let's go back and read everything we've written so far. Can you help me pick the flowers? Yes. I want to write one more sentence. My last sentence is going to be, I like flowers too. I'm running out of room, so I'm coming to my next line, and I'm going to write the word I. Do you remember how to spell the word I? It's an uppercase I. Get our fingers ready to read. I like. Do you remember how to spell the word like? Add a finger space and write L-I-K-E, like. Fingers ready to read again. I like flowers. We copied the label for flowers, and you can add a finger space and feel free to do that again. Let's read our sentence. I like flowers too. Do you remember how to spell the word to? For this writing, the to that we're using is T-O-O, because this to means that I like them also. Let's read our sentence. I like flowers too. Do you know what kind of punctuation I need to stop my sentence? If you said a period, you're correct. But if you're still excited about picking those flowers, you could also use an exclamation mark. Either one would work for this sentence. We did a lot of writing today, so let's go back to the beginning and read everything that we wrote. Fingers ready? Can you help me pick the flowers? Yes, I like flowers too. I hope you enjoyed doing our writing assignment, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to draw these flowers. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!